When I was born in 1960 and Republican Dwight D. Eisenhower was in office, the wealthiest of income earners were taxed 90% on their uppermost income. Kennedy hacked that rate down to 70%, where it remained until Ron Reagan came into office. Ron said it was going to trickle down to the rest of us if he turned the rich loose. Well, that's what he did, and he cut that rate to 50%. And then he further cut it down to 28%. Senior Bush said, "Read my lips, no new taxes." But he couldn't hold to his promise. He had to raise it to 31.5% or it simply wasn't sustainable. When Clinton got in office, it was raised to 39.6%. Then W lowered it to 35%. And eventually, when those tax cuts expired, Obama raised them back to 39.6%. That's still over 50% lower than they were when Dwight D. Eisenhower, a Republican, was in office. Now, if you think about it, the wealthy make their money via two avenues only: Earth and human resources, because we're not importing either from Mars. And Donald Trump wants to lower that rate all the way down to 33%. It's totally amazing. How are we ever going to deal with this national debt if we keep giving cuts to those who've need of nothing? And who do we owe this national debt to if it's not to those who've need of nothing? And how come this wasn't pushed by the mainstream media throughout the campaign? When are people ever going to wake up? In the Gambia, they ousted somebody who was tyrannical, who had total control or near total control of the media in his country. And yet we here in the United States keep doing the same thing election after election, bending over to those who are oppressing us all. The Bush tax cuts alone cost us trillions of dollars. To give you an idea of what a trillion is, a billion seconds is between 31 and 32 years. A trillion seconds is between 31,000 and 32,000 years. And who do we owe this money to? But rich people. And who are getting the tax cuts under the Trump plan? Rich people. Don't you see? Think about it. Noam Chomsky was surely right in asserting that we live entangled in webs of endless deceit in a highly indoctrinated society where elementary truths are easily buried. Some will say there's nothing we can do about it. He's already in there and so forth. Yes, there is something we can do about it. We can press these issues and tell him, ask him to do what's right.